Hey, it's Mr. X Irish here with another battle gameplay. The year is now 1799, and we're at the Battle of Marseille, featuring the forces of the French Republic against the rebel armies of the Provence region. They are now holding the capital of Marseille. Commanding the forces of the French Republic is Napoleon Bonaparte. Commanding the forces of the rebel army is Abraham Niefs. For the French army today, all I have is 2 corps of 3 battalions of Fusilier de Lines. So that is my entire army right there. And we're facing off against a rebel army that a couple turns ago, Sicily just totally surprised me and landed in Marseille and took over Marseille. But they were overrun by the rebels of the region who did not like them and didn't like their rules, so they rebelled, and they're now controlled by an army full of armed citizenry, hussars, militia, just a lot of militia. And a couple units of artillery, I think 1 or 2 units of artillery, but about 4 units of cavalry, or 5 units of cavalry. And Napoleon was near that region, sorta, because he was coming to aid an army in Strasbourg, also ignoring. But then I was like, I might as well take a chance, and I decided to try to defeat the rebel army with just these 6 battalions of troops. There's probably going to be a lot of kind of fast forwarding in this battle because since this is the entire army, this is all we're going to be focusing on. There's some troop movements that kind of are lengthy, but not much is happening, so I'll just fast forward through those parts. But Napoleon is on the field, so he'll be probably valuable today. You know, with morale boosts and such. But some updates. Well, I'll tell you my game plan in this battle. For now, I'm going to put 1 unit of infantry in here, and I'll probably decide in a little bit, but I'm going to move these 2 units of infantry over here. I'll probably put them in a certain way. I don't know for sure now. And I'm just going to move these 3 units here so they're covered from artillery, but they can try to shoot these oncoming militia units. Some updates from the last Battle of Rome. I liberated Rome, and now there's an Italian republic, whose only region right now is Rome, and the former Papal States. So my goal is to defeat the region of Naples and Sicily, and give all those regions to the Italian Republic and become strong allies with the Italian Republic, and then so I'll have a very strong ally who is in command of the seas around Italy and the main part of Italy itself. Maybe I'll even give them northern Italy. So Berlin taken there. Baden-Württemberg, for whatever reason, decided to declare war on me as well, along with Bavaria. So now I'm at war with those 2 nations that I once liberated. And the year 1799, we kind of went through winter with no major battles, or the Battle of Rome was during winter, but it was in Rome, so there was no snow or anything, so no winter battles this year. So other than that, that's all I have to say, because that was only about a turn ago, or 2 turns ago, at the Battle of Rome. So now we'll just focus on the battle at hand. So I'm moving these troops to cover fire if any troops try to come in here to flank these 3 battalions. These troops are kind of the right wing of the house I've captured, and hopefully take care of these armed citizenry units. And I have Napoleon back guarded by the house to prevent him being from attacked by artillery. If you want a full list of the rebel army, I guess I could say I'll put a list of that up now. But the French army, I don't even think I really need to show you guys. You just see the 6 battalions of infantry. Let's see, it looks like we have a cavalry attack here coming, so I'll move these guys into squares. These guys were kind of coming around, so I decided to just move back, because if you're ever going to move these guys into squares. I was moving these guys, this unit of infantry, kind of into the center of town here to try to intercept these 2 units of militia to stop them. Let's look at this fighting square against this cavalry charge by the rebels. Looks like they are retreating. Over here, things are still going good with that line of volley. I'll put this unit into a square just in case. So I'll put this unit into a square just in case. So that cavalry charge should be suppressed. And they are, so that's good. I'm moving these units back once again because it looks like these units are charging. So they'll probably join up with this battalion over here. This unit in the center of town. Now it's kind of this, even though square, there's no cavalry charge, square is kind of working out because we have infantry, militia units on both sides, and the square will kind of be able to counter attacks from all sides. So let's see, it looks like they did a armed citizenry charge here. Their morale is lacking. And there they are retreating. Moving these units up here to assist with this, all these approaching rebel forces. I'm going to move these units just into this little pocket right here. They're not going to move into town. They're just going to stay in between this church and these two houses to shoot any oncoming militia or maybe even cavalry charges. As you can see, this little militia battalion here is facing fire from two sides. That's a positive thing that we want to achieve. Hopefully these two units will move into their way too, because they will as well be facing volley fire from two sides instead of just one. Let's see, this should move them into a square. But now they're getting charged by cavalry. I tried to move into a square, I might have been too late. Napoleon's still here to boost morale. My main goal is to eventually take this town hall, because usually town hall is the strongest building in a battlefield or town, and they're able to handle artillery fire. Right now I'm doing fire by rank, so one rank of infantry is going to shoot, and the rank behind them is going to advance, and then eventually they will charge. So over here you can see these two units we were able to defeat these about 3 or 4 units of rebel forces, some militia, some armed citizenry. They're charging them right now just to make sure they go away, but I'll eventually fall back because I don't want to waste their energy. It looks like I'm going to lose this unit of infantry, as they were kind of charged by cavalry, and a couple units of militia and armed citizenry. So I've lost 1 unit of infantry so far. Since their left flank is for the most part clear, they got some militia here. We'll eventually take care of them. We're just going to move them into this gap right here. As you can see, they did an infantry charge over here that worked out. So now I'll turn fire by rank off. So fire by rank, I usually don't use that often, but sometimes I do if I know I'm eventually going to charge them, but I want to shoot them a few more times with volley fire. The main part of going into town is because I want to prevent their artillery from having an advantage. They have 12-pound artillery and some more 12-pound artillery. And they still have 2 or 3 units of hussars able to fire. And you can see this kind of wave of rebel forces spewing into town, or not town, but my part of town that I control. Some units here are kind of gaining their morale back. Once again, as they go into this little gauntlet, you might say, they're facing fire from 2 regions, or 2 angles, I should say, so that's a positive. Oops, they're already into a square, so this cavalry charge should be suppressed. A lot of this stuff was a lot of micromanaging, so that's one advantage of having small armies. Even though your odds are against you, you're able to micromanage well. See, I'm starting to lose some morale over here, so I moved Napoleon over there, but all 4 of these units of armed citizenry and militia are now retreating. That's why they shouldn't have really ran into that center where I had 2 sides of infantry. And the whole time you might see that I have a unit of infantry that's not losing any men, so I'm going to have a fresh unit of infantry once I'm able to move out of town, and they're able to lay fire, or covering fire you might say. No, this is kind of scary because I don't want Napoleon to get attacked. So luckily they were able to take some fire and they're now retreating. They may come back, they still have 58 horsemen. So far we've only lost 1 battalion of infantry. You can see all the carnage done here by some infantry charges and that kind of gauntlet here that the enemy rebel forces ran through. They're advancing once again, trying to make a counterattack. And I just kind of have 3 units of infantry here that will probably most likely be able to handle them. I'm advancing this battalion of infantry right here, and they're going to walk downtown, kind of the main street here, toward Town Hall. I just formed 2 squares here because there's infantry coming from 2 angles, so I just want to prevent just confusion or total disarray, so I just put them into squares.
We have taken the building, sir.
I moved one. Oh, that's right. You may remember there was one unit of infantry here. I quickly moved them into Town Hall. So I now have one unit of infantry into Town Hall. Hopefully they'll get some more men in there soon. You can see those squares are able to handle those 2 units of infantry, and hopefully this armed citizenry unit will be able to be fended off. Napoleon still 27 men strong. I'm moving the units out of this house. Now I have a fresh battalion of troops, 158 men strong. I still have a lot of ammunition, so that's good. Moving these troops to eventually go into Town Hall as well. And this battalion, the 15th line, will attack this battalion of armed citizenry. You can see them still walking down Main Street. They are going to join Town Hall as well. I'm running them there because I really want them to get there before any cavalry attacks or anything. It's another nice thing about taking garrison into a building is that you're shielded from all cavalry attacks. So these 2 other battalions are going to get into Town Hall, and these 2 battalions are going to stick with Napoleon, but they are not going to go into Town Hall. Napoleon in the center of buildings cannot be attacked by artillery, so that's a good thing. This building is very hard to destroy, unless you have like mortars, but I believe they only have artillery, like 12-pounders, not howitzers, so this building will probably be able to maintain for a while. I kind of squeeze these 2 units of infantry in between here. They still have some units of hussars. They didn't. Since it's rebel army, they do not have a general staff. One of the units of hussars is probably their general, the Abram Neefs. They do not actually have a designated 27 men unit of general staff, so that's a good thing. So their morale is slightly lower throughout the battle. I took all the troops off of Napoleon. Napoleon's general staff, I took them off their horses, and they as well went into the garrison town hall. Let's see if we can find them somewhere around here. Probably not. You can see them right in there, the general staff. So they're also taking garrison, and they'll boost the morale of the troops in here in case one of these battalions of rebels decide to charge the building. But as of for right now, I'm just going to kind of wait and let my men recover. Let's see, there still are 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 units or 8 units of enemy forces left. More than that, probably like 10. Got a cavalry charge over here. I'll put them into squares if I get time to. I might have forgotten that during the battle. But nevertheless, they only have. The good thing is they were only 54 horsemen strong, so I'll probably be able to counter them right away. They were nearly charged by another unit. So what happened here is this unit I moved slightly away so that they could form a square. But here's this unit of Fusilier lines, the 12th line. It appears they might be kind of screwed. They're getting attacked by 2 units of cavalry. There's an oncoming armed citizenry charge, but luckily I decided to sacrifice one of my units to be able to, with my stronger, this was the line infantry battalion that was inside the house over here. They were form a square, and I'm going to move this square over to the town. So in case cavalry decides to charge that square, they'll have covering fire from above. But I do kind of have to sacrifice this unit of line infantry. So that's 2, I'm down to only 4 units of line infantry in Napoleon. Let's see. I'm going to form them into squares. The horsemen are kind of running away, so I might attack this battalion of armed citizenry quick before the horse come. Or another cavalry attack comes, I should say. that's what I'm going to do. These, in kind of a square formation, are going to attack this unit of armed citizenry. Hopefully they'll be able to take care of this oncoming unit of armed citizenry as well before the cavalry come. My hope is that maybe this unit of infantry will regain their morale, because I would definitely need them. Let's see, they are retreating, so that's good. We still have 1 battalion of troops. Continue to watch the fight. They are retreating as well, so that was kind of a success to get rid of those 2 battalions quick. I'm going to have them run away and form a square to counter this cavalry attack. You can really see the carnage done in this center of town by the church. So they have a good square here fending off this cavalry charge, and only 33 horsemen, so they'll quickly be suppressed. Let's see, artillery and the backup enemy cavalry units are still kind of in check. They haven't approached the main town hall, and they are retreating. So we've kind of successfully captured the main town hall, so that was a main goal of battle. We're still looking good, and we might be able to pull this off with only 4 units of infantry left. Just going to have them kind of take a refuge behind this little town to prevent them from getting hit by artillery. So for the next while, I just kind of let my men rest, because as you can see, they gained their morale back, the 12th line, so they'll return. It's only 50 men, but that's good. But as you can see, I mean, they're very tired. They are exhausted. People in town hall are fresh, so they'll be able to come out. But these 2 units are tired, so I'm going to let them rest for a while. I'll fast forward and we'll come back to when I begin the advancement or offensive on the remaining forces just outside of town to drive the rebels out of Marseille. And we're back at the fight. Is these 2 battalions, those 2 battalions of infantry troops that did not go into the town hall. I brought them over here because there are 2 armed citizenry units that are kind of returning to town after the morale boosted, so I'm going to probably make volley fire with them. I also brought General Bonaparte out of the town hall, so I figure since these units get to be inside of a house, they don't deserve the general, and since these units have to be, not in a shelter or garrison, at least I can do is give them a general, so their morale is boosted. They've already lost, or this armed citizenry is already retreating, and there's some militia here, 126 troops, kind of coming from the hill. So basically, what my plan is, I don't want. What we have left is we have some 12-pounders, some more 12-pounders, and 2 units of 75 cavalry. They have about 71, but still 2 large units of enemy cavalry. So what my plan is, I don't want to approach all my troops. I don't want all my troops to attack the same artillery, because if they use grape shot, they'll simply just mow down my troops. So I'm going to attack from 2 directions. My hope is that with these 2 battalions, I can kind of coast on the side here, and they won't be able to hit me with artillery, and hopefully those cavalry won't attack, and I'll just simply charge this artillery unit. And as they're doing that, I'm going to bring all the troops out of the town hall, and I'm going to kind of put them over here in cover of the kind of broken mansion now that is on fire. And from this direction, from this angle, and from this angle, I'm going to have a kind of simultaneous offensive, so that not all my units can get wiped out with grape shot. If they do decide to use grape shot, it won't be one. They'll have to choose one unit or the other. So all the troops are retreating. There are no more enemies on foot anymore. For now, I'm also there. You can see they didn't actually rest as long as I thought they would. So we're gonna fast forward until they begin the offensive to capture Marseille. And welcome back to the battle. Over here you can see those artillery, those 12-pounders I was attacking, are already losing morale as I'm doing an infantry charge. It looks like they were not able to turn their artillery units in time, so I will be able to get rid of them without any problem or loss of life. Soon here I'm going to take all of the troops out of the garrison of the town hall. You can see them all coming out now. Yep, they're already retreating, so all we have left is an artillery unit and 2 hussars. So we have 5 units of infantry left out of the 6 that we started with. Still trying to beat the Tyrannese rebels who had control of Marseille in southern France after the Sicily invaded and was overtaken by a rebellion. These troops, after assuming that we win, these troops are going to continue on and go to Milan to support an army that lost a lot of men during a recent battle. You can see them; they are now marching. They kind of have the fire. They could still get hit at the moment by shells, not mortar shells, but just normal artillery shells, but no grape shot, obviously. But hopefully, when they get closer, those buildings will block them from any harm. And these units, I spread them out much more, so if they do use grape shot on them, it won't be as deadly. And I have Napoleon and his general staff following behind in case any morale boost is needed. So this is the final push for victory against the entire army. Let's see what they're doing. They're kind of getting their artillery ready. Looks like those 12-pounders gain their morale, but they won't be an issue. They don't have any cannon, and so they're kind of not important right now. I'll eventually just have like 1 round of volley on them, and they'll retreat. The one upper hand I do have is I do have the general staff, and so they do not. So I will be able to give. I think I have 1 morale boost left, or 1 inspire, which can inspire 1 unit, and then I have 1 rally left, which can rally an entire unit in a certain circle radius. I'm having them run over to get cover behind the burning house. See, as you can see, they're using grape shot right there, and I don't think I lost any men because they're kind of on this hill, so I was able to dodge that with a grape shot. So I'll just use 1 round of volley on these artillery troops. You can see them using grape shot out of there, or trying to use grape shot. Yep, they're already retreating, so that worked out well. Looks like they were able to dodge harm from grape shot. It looks like they're really kind of focusing on them right now, so I'm going to try to attack with these 2 battalions first. Let's see, they've got some cavalry on the move over here. Kind of a cat and mouse game. Now you can see they have stakes up. So if I had cavalry, they wouldn't be able to pass through the stakes. It's kind of a glitch. Their own cavalry can just go pass through the stakes all they want, but my units of cavalry cannot. But I didn't have any cavalry as it is, so that's kind of irrelevant. Looks like they're attacking those. I don't know who they're going to attack. As they're doing that, though, I'm going to advance these 3 battalions. Let's see. Form them into squares. That's the small squares you can see with only 52 men, but looks like they're, for some reason, are packing up their artillery. I don't know if they want to go to some other location, but they're packing up their artillery. Let's see, these units. Hussars, still 65 men. kind of made a mistake here when I charged with these 52 men, and I had no choice really but have Napoleon's general staff even help fighting. I tried to give them a boost right there, morale, but they are surrendering. And now that's really bad because they have 62 horse against 52 infantry. So I kind of abandoned these 3 units and brought all my general over here. And the reason that was really bad is because as that was happening, I kind of thought I had the upper hand, so I charged with these 3 battalions. And I realized, uh-oh, I mean, they're going to have 60 units of 60 horsemen, and now they're going to have 60 more horsemen coming. So they're not even in squares at all to counter cavalry attacks or charges. So what I did is I just totally took one of the units of infantry and brought them over here, and I brought another one if I could to come away from this little mini engagement, and they're going to form squares. Because that's really the only way I can get out of this. I'm almost going to lose it here at the end. So they still have 61 men, so they can form a decent square. Let's see, those are their artillery remaining, but that's kind of not important at the moment. It's just they still have about 120 hussars. So I formed a square with these 60 infantrymen. I took these infantry as well, and they're going to form a square, 80 strong. But this kind of, the 29th line is kind of sacrificing for us. Because they're getting attacked by 2 cavalry charges. But hopefully these 2 units will come through these 2 squares and I'll be able to defeat them. So they're retreating, so all I'm down to right now is 2 line infantry units, a general staff against about almost 100 horsemen. And 2 relatively small circles of not even 120 men about. And I think Napoleon at the moment is out of rallies and inspires, so the general staff, if they're nearby, boost the morale a teeny bit, but let's see, 1 unit of horsemen are retreating, so that's good. 40 horses left. You can see those retreating 29th line infantry units. Their morale is very low. Lost 7 members of the general staff, but Napoleon is still alive. And they are retreating finally. And there are no units who are counterattacking. So it looks like that is a victory here at the Battle of Marseille. That is quite the thing. So my army of Napoleon and 6 infantry units, battalions, were able to defeat an entire rebel army. As you can see, they had 2,500 men. I had 975 men. And they didn't lose their whole entire army, but they did lose a good portion. Look here at the kill rankings. It looks like I'm not able to look at what battalion of the Fusilier de Lines were the most deadly, but this unit of Fusilier de Lines were the most deadly. I'll post their exact picture up here at the battles after the battle. So those are that is the battle unit of the day at the Battle of Marseille. So that is a victory, and will bring the city of Marseille and the region of Provence under French control once again. So other than that, this is Mr. X Irish. We'll have a new video out soon. Thanks for watching.